I can see we're live. Lovely. I'm here with a very special guest today. Her name is Rasikaapriti, though she's had different names in different times of her life based on where she was at. And in this moment, it's Rasikaapriti. And the reason she's here on this call with all of us is because she's just been certified to conduct group work with coaching, hypnosis, and neuro-linguistic programming. Now, Rasika is also a parent coach, and she also teaches her son. She's a homeschooling parent as well, and she's been learning, is it the Montessori way? The
The
Montessori
Waldorf.
Waldorf way, the Waldorf way. And she's been training and educating herself as to how to use the Waldorf way. And any personal development is deeply reflective and contemplative. So even as a parent learning the skills for her child, it's Rasika that gets to become a child as well in terms of learning and growing and developing and observing. And this is the very same journey Rasika went through as a coach. I met Rasika on this program when I did it live in person in Mumbai many, many years ago now. And then I moved to an online format. And then when I moved to an online format, she decided that she'd love to be able to share this work with groups of people because Rasika is associated with not only the schooling organizations, but she's also associated with spiritual organizations and organizations associated with Krishna consciousness. And so she's deeply passionate about sharing the tools that has helped her in her own transformation journey, or that she feels guided from her inner wisdom, her inner guru, her own person that she believes in, Krishna, to kind of guide her to share it with others. And so today is a really big milestone because this isn't just a journey of getting a certificate and a piece of paper with a signature. This is a journey of saying to the Lord, to the world, I am ready. Use me. I am yours. Make me of service. Thy will be done. And so it's my honor and my pleasure and my privilege on this very special day to award you breakthrough coaching with neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis facilitator, where you can officially start conducting group work and not only light up the lives of people you meet one-to-one, but light up the lives of people in a group setting. Congratulations. How
Yeah.
are you feeling?
Finally, a childhood dream kind of coming true. As you said these words, like, make me of service today, I remember a church hymn that I used to love a lot when I was growing up. May I sing it?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Make me a servant, humble and meek. Lord, let me lift up those who are weak. And may the prayer of my heart always be, make me a servant, make me a servant, make me a servant today. That's how I feel.
Beautiful, and there's no greater purpose than being a servant of the divine, being an instrument of doing the work that is meant, and also as a leader who is here to share this work in groups with other people. There's something known as servant leadership, which is, serving not from a place of authority, or leading not from a place of authority. I think that's better. But leading from a place of service, and yet claiming the divine within that is the ultimate leader. Thank you. Thank you. So tell us, what did you yourself get from your coaching journey, your NLP journey, your hypnosis journey? What did you get from this journey?
Oh, back in 2016, we were together on this day as well. I think we completed our training on 9th of October. So I was with you in Andheri. And I remember one day after when I left the training, my husband came to pick me up and I started talking to strangers. And my husband is like, this is not you. Like just interacting with people. So I got that confidence back then that I could talk to people. I don't have to really know them personally to be able to talk to them. So that was my first achievement, I feel. That helped me open up so much. Like I did some corporate work back then as well. And now when I received the training, oh my God. So when we did the training for the certification, one of my friend who knows me from back then told me like it's like such a huge difference with what you have done. Like, the way you present, so sure, so systematic, in time, everything. So that is a learning I got from this training. And NLP in general, I think my instruction, I think the logical levels process when we were training, it was so powerful for me, especially like when the connection happened. For the first time I received like direct instructions. This is what you're supposed to do. Like the path was clear. It's like the illuminated to, like everything is done. You just have to walk. That's all you have to do. Just take your step one at a time. And that, I think that's what I've been doing. And somehow the way the dates are matching of our conversations and the way the certifications are happening, I think it's coming so aligned. And I got so much clarity with NLP. So yes. Really.
Beautiful. Now, of course, you are trained in other things that you share in a group environment, like parent coaching or teaching young children. So you already were used to coaching in a group environment. What did you get from this training that supplemented or added to what you already knew that was different and you didn't get from that?
So there's a lot of things I can list right now. One is I really liked the snoga because I'm a person who isn't always in flow. Like I do what comes to me in the moment, but that would not connect with my audience if they were more data oriented. They're like they want to know, they want a structure. So I found it very difficult previously to connect with that kind of audience. So I was limited. And so that became possible. Like any kind of audience can be handled in just one seminar. That's the best thing I've learned. And while I can still be in my flow, and it's like a tree which is rooted at the same time swaying. So it's so grounded and yet so much in flow and grace. So I like that one thing. And I really want to ask you to please open up this training to not just NLP or EFT or energy flow, but to everybody in general, just the facilitator skills. It's my prayer today.
Oh, well, it's meant to be. If that's how I'm meant to be used, so be it, in terms of
Just like questions mastery, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, because I've attended so many seminars, and once I've done this, I feel everybody can benefit in so many ways if they just learn these skills. You can time yourself, you can refine yourself so much that in the given time, you can speak everything that you want to. And that's very powerful.
Yeah, thank you. That's a beautiful suggestion. Now, you yourself have given group work to others as well, where you had to practice more than once. But you also followed the process, which was great. You let people know about it, you practiced, you got on the call, you went through the motions. So, those who attended your kind of program, tell us a bit, firstly, what the program was about. And then, secondly, what did people get from it?
So this, when the masterclass that I conducted, it was from overwhelm to ownership because you matter. And this has been a theme I personally felt I was benefited because I wanted to choose a program that felt real to me, that that I can authentically convey. It's not something I have not experienced. So I started valuing myself. I don't know if I'm fully in the zone of self worth, but yes, I've started valuing myself, my time, and I know that I matter because I matter to Krishna. And so I was able to convey that. And I was initially not sure how I will be able to do it with NLP because I always thought, like, okay, EFT, I know I can do some more emotional work, but even NLP gives so much of clarity and priority. It's the simple wheel of life. In one of my practice sessions, I presented to all people who were already coaches, and so I was like, how can I present it new in a new way to them? So I said, if you have any business project, you can evaluate different aspects of that business project. There's so much creativity in there. So in the previous seminar, one particular thing that happened, I was meeting this audience member for the very first time. I've I had not known them at all. And somehow they raised their hands, they were asking questions, and they volunteered to even do the demonstration. And inside I was like really nervous. I was like, oh, I hope I don't do anything wrong to them. But the process went so beautifully. They connected with me later and they told me, like, it was so simple, like seconds, in a matter of seconds, and it was such a huge release for them, the emotional blowout that we did. And they connected, we chatted how NLP can help him in different ways and everything. So it was amazing, 30 seconds.
Beautiful. I know that sometimes that's all it takes. It just takes a short amount of time. And what's great about group work is you can share it with many people all at once.
Yeah.
And so the impact that you can, I mean, a lot of people in the world. India itself has in excess of 1 billion. I'm in the UK. We must have at least 54 million, if not 60 million people here. Germany, there's like 54, 60 million as well. So there's a lot of people in the world. And, with group work, you're able to reach more people
Yeah.
in a shorter space of time versus with one-to-one work. Of course, one-to-one work is also really powerful and important because there is some work that is not right to do in a group environment, especially when it is a private or a sensitive matter. Now, tell me this, of all the skills you learn, which skill would you like to share with all of us today? Well, I'm going to be your student.
Okay. Um, there's so many, but something, I don't know. You can tell me
So
anything.
I have a little, like you mentioned, emotional, like a little tension headache over here because I just finished one training and then
Okay.
and like rapid fire, from one to the other. And I didn't get as much time to kind of relax and, meditate and come in the moment. So that little, tension is here. So maybe we can do something with that.
Sure. So, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to give that tension an image. It can be any image. It can be a balloon. Like my son prefers to make it a monster. You can make it anything. And give it a color, texture. And if you choose to, you may close your eyes. And we'll imagine the image grow bigger and you getting smaller against that image. So bring that image of the tension in front of you and notice its texture, the color, whatever it has, any sound, any feeling to it. and just enlarge that image. Make it grow bigger. Make it bigger. Make it bigger, even bigger, 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 so bigger, so bigger, so big, so big, so big, and see yourself against it, going small, 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 so small, so small, so small, and see the image growing bigger, 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 even bigger, even bigger, even bigger, and see yourself growing so small, so small, so small, so small, so small, as tiny as a dot, and see the image going bigger, 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 as big as the universe, and plop.
Yeah, it worked. Actually, Rasika, what was amazing is the moment you brought my attention to the part of the body and you gave me your son's story, the tension here actually vanished. Okay. Then I noticed there was tension over here, which I had before. So then I did it with the tension over here. And you asked me to make the image bigger. And you did it so beautifully, like without asking me for my own information. And so then I just went with it. And even before you could do this, I noticed that, and for me, I connected with the tension and the color was black. And then it had gone here. And so I connected here, so the color was black. And I noticed as I made that blackness bigger, 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 the emotion of fear arose. And so then I made that fear and I yawned. The minute I cover the fear, that's such a good piece of information for me, that how just the allowance of an emotion can cause an emotional reaction in the body, which allows the relaxation response. Allows the nervous system to relax. And so then I made it bigger, bigger, bigger. I noticed the fear. And then it was black and it was big. And then even before you said pop, it's like the tension was gone.
Oh.
And he did it so lovely, the nice, soft, gentle voice. It was really easy to be your client. Thank you so much. And that's one of the measurement methods I use is, would I recommend this person to people I know? And I would 100% recommend you as a coach. You recently became an EFT practitioner and an ICM practitioner. And I would recommend you for group work. And soon you're also going to be an EFT facilitator as well, because you hold such a sweet space. You're willing to learn and grow, and you don't allow defendedness to show up, but you allow the moment of what is to unfold how it is. So very, very, very well done. Do you have any final wisdom that you want to share with all of us?
I don't know. I think I really remembered your mission today of how every house you want, to have EFT or something, in every house. So
Right.
I really believe that group work like this helps in at least letting people be aware of what's available, So I think it's our responsibility because we cannot control on what's happening around. Like I'm in the middle of shifting and a lot has happened over the past week. I can't control any of it, but I have to do what I have to do. And if it means that I have to put my foot down and take charge of myself, something what I did 2 years ago, I think that brought me here today. When I met you 3 years ago again, I think it's important that we put our foot down for ourselves sometimes because when you uplift your energy, everybody is happy around you.
That's true. And then that has a knock-on impact as well. And I think the type of skills you've learned, the coaching and hypnosis skills, my prayer is that every child and every teen and every college going student accesses, they don't have to access all the techniques, but they
Yeah.
access some of the techniques. So for the ones early on in life, they access, how to change their emotional state. The ones early on in life, they access how to regulate their emotions using the technique you did with me, emotional blowout. Or they access hypnosis in terms of how to relax themselves. And then as they grow older, the teens, they access learning about language and how people process. And some people are auditory, some people are visual, some people are kinesthetic. And then my prayer is those who are young adults, they've had some life experience happen now, whether it's bullying or failing an exam or mom and dad telling them off, or and they've had some time to formulate some beliefs about life. Or, my prayer is that they learn how to let go of those beliefs, how to change them, how to let go of the past memories that happen so that they can step into their confidence, because they're on the precipice of unleashing themselves onto the world and establishing their careers, their purpose, their mission, and their path in life. But they're also the precipice of establishing their love life, their relationship life. And I wish every child, for example, could learn about the human needs and what human needs they might have. I know what human needs their spouse or partner might have. And hence, how do they adjust their communication or their awareness as a result of that? Then, of course, people go on into their working life, or they go on into their sort of relationship life where they're taking care of their family, or whatever it is. And so, at that stage, to have a regular coaching tool for goal setting, to be able to track their progress, to be able to measure where they're at, to be able to change their emotional state in a heartbeat, and to have it as a lifelong tool that they can access at any time, just like we learn 2 + 2 = 4 in school, and hence are able to write checks and add up the amount of money in our bank accounts.
I did this with my son when we were in the BCNLP facilitator training. He called me and he was very scared about his maths exam. And I taught him on the call, do triangle of success. Like, how's your
Oh,
body? And he scored a 47 on 50 then.
I love that. That's
New
brilliant.
to
I
him.
wish every student before the exam, they got 10 minutes of NLP and hypnosis.
Yeah, because most of it is just their nervousness rather than their inability to learn something.
That's right. Their nervousness, their beliefs, or their
Yeah.
past references. That's right. Beautiful. Do you have any final wisdom or advice you want to share with all of us?
Everybody should learn at least one tune. I feel something. Yeah. I mean, I'm just in a
Who
different
do you want to
energy.
share all this with? Who do you want to share all of this with?
My first preference is like I want to work in my community and where my like co-devotees we struggle with chanting sometimes, focusing and concentration. We're not sure, especially balancing, spiritual goals and life as it is happening. And also with kids, actually, especially NLP with
Mm,
students, definitely. Because I've worked NLP with a lot of students and I can see how it helps them in planning their exams, getting their schedule in place, priorities right, everything. So I think with NLP, I worked more with students. So I love
that's lovely.
that. And yeah,
Lovely. So be it. And I guess you know people in your community quite well. But if anyone is watching this video and you're familiar with the community that Rasika is from, feel free to be in touch. Or if you're part of another spiritual organization and you would like to be able to, you know, give a head start to the young adults, or you're going into the school holidays, or whatever it is, and you want something that your kids and children learn, please be in touch with Rasika. You felt her energy, you know how she is, and you know how she can serve and support. So with all my heart, thank you.
thank
I
you
wish
so much.
I wish you so much success on this path. Those who joined us, thank you for joining. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. I'll see you all whenever I'm meant to meet. Take care. And if you came on the replay, just put hashtag replay below. Okay.